This is a microphone test. This is a microphone test. I've got my new and improved microphone, as you guys can see. It has costed me quite a bit of money, but I would just like to know how I sound at this moment before I officially get started. That being said, assuming y'all can't hear me, and that's honestly fine, I'll probably just do a scripted response anyways, but hello everybody, it's me. I rarely go live nowadays, but the live streams are coming back very soon. I'm probably going to start going live again at least once every other week, probably like once or twice a month from now on, just covering news and current events. I've been wanting to talk about the coup in Niger for a while now, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I am here to talk about some detractors, haters, basically some people who have hurt me. I want to talk about these people. I did not want to make this live stream, and frankly, I did not want to make a video talking about this at all, but I feel like I have to because these are some people that must be addressed. I didn't know whether to do this pre-recorded or live, but I officially decided to do this live because I feel as though these people are not worthy of a scripted response. I do not feel like dignifying these people with more time and effort than literally just sitting down and talking. Fuck all the editing, fuck all the other stuff. I'm just going to sit here and talk live because that is the amount of effort and time that they're really worth. That being said, Marxist Paul stopped promoting my video on North Korea. He stopped promoting it. I messaged him a few days ago on Twitter asking him if he would promote it, and he sat down and watched the entire thing, and he liked what he saw. So he decided to post it on his social media, more specifically his YouTube page, in a community post comment. And lots of people saw it. And because of Marxist Paul, that video has gained a few thousand views, and I've gained a couple hundred subscribers. So regardless of whether or not Marxist Paul see this, I would like to say thank you very much, Marxist Paul, for promoting the video for the limited time that you did. I greatly appreciate it. I take nothing against Marxist Paul for taking it down. I understand why he did. He has a brand of his own, and he doesn't want to associate his brand with undesirable, so to speak. Say, revisionists, the Moppanite types, the patriotic socialist types. Excuse me. I have done a lot of manual labor today, and I'm very tired. But anyways, audio sounds good. That makes me very, very happy. But as I was saying, so someone left a comment on said community post accusing me of a number of things. They accused me, well, first they referred to me as, the Joker Tanky, referring to the ancient debate I had with Vosh several thousand years ago. But they're referring to that, you laughed at Vosh because he doesn't understand basic economic terms. The main takeaway from that is I was laughing at him because I was trying to point that this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But unfortunately, I didn't keep hammering away at that point. I let him spin it, and now everybody knows me as the Joker Tanky. He really should get a job at Fox News or CNN because he is really, really, really good at spinning the narrative. That being said, one person calls me the Joker Tanky. I let them know you should stop surrendering your cognitive faculties to someone who is a known sexual predator who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And another person comments accusing me of, using the tactical N-word, being an advocate of the tactical N-word, saying that I'm racist towards Afghanistanis because I made a comment about how the Taliban are a bunch of flip-flop wearing camel jockeys armed with AK-47s, which the U.S. government can't even beat in a conventional war, which is an objectively true statement. And they also bring up the thing where I almost sided with Infrared and attached myself to the ass end of his human clout centipede. And I've been accused of being a patriotic socialist or Patsock adjacent, MAGA communist, basically a Nazbol, Strasser's. You know what I'm talking about. So after this has been written, I read this big comment. I did not even want to dignify it with a response. This person is, they're troll, they're insincere, they're just interpreting things in the most uncharitable light possible to try and make me look bad. And I'm like, you know what? Paul's probably not going to check this. I didn't think he was going to check it. I'm just like, I'm not going to dignify this with a response. Well, lo and behold, Marxist Paul checks it and he sees all this. And all of a sudden, he's got a lot of bad assumptions about me. And I'm guessing this goes back to when we had our little talk a few years ago, because I said the R word on one of his live streams. And this was back when I was in my burgeoning communist days, before I realized there were some words I really shouldn't use anymore. So you guys aren't going to hear me say the R word anymore at this point. You have my word on that. But back then, I didn't know any better. And, he made kind of a big deal about it. And I did say sorry on stream. Oh, wait, no, it was autistic. I said Mao was autistic. Yeah, but I won't use that term. I will not use ableist terminology from this point moving forward. But that being said, he probably got a chip on his shoulder about that. Well, he sees that's a red flag. He sees these people making this comment. That's yet another red flag. And so now I'm obligated to respond. And I do respond. And, well, Marxist Paul takes the community post down anyways. So, which is quite unfortunate. But again, I don't hold anything against him for it. If I were in a similar situation, I'd probably do the same thing, because I personally would not want to be associated with any unsavorable Natsock types. That being said, I want to address some of these allegations. Tactical N-word. I have quite literally never, ever been an advocate of using this word. I've never done it. Like, you guys will be hard pressed to find a stream or a video where I have ever been an advocate of saying this. You guys will be hard pressed throughout my entire tenure on YouTube to find me saying any racial slur, really. In terms of the Afghan comments, I was clearly referring to the Taliban. I wasn't saying all Afghanistanis were, mountain cave dwelling terrorists armed with Kalashnikovs. I was specifically referring to the Taliban and the general weakness of the U.S. military and their inability to conquer Afghanistan in the face of the Taliban due to their guerrilla warfare. In terms of almost siding with infrared, what I have to say in regards towards that is this is a very tiny channel. I've experienced very, very slow growth over the years, and I've cultivated a loyal following, which I appreciate you guys for. But the thing is it's very frustrating staying within the low thousands of subscribers for many years on end. And here we go. We have someone who is an alleged Marxist-Leninist who is growing and expanding very quickly at an exponential rate. And I see them have this debate with Jason Unruh, and I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I can latch onto this guy and I can go viral and I can rocket my way forward towards like 10 or 20,000 subscribers in a similar fashion. So I go and, I talk to Haas and I peacefully mend relations with him. I go on a diplomatic mission on the advice of President Sunday, back when me and him used to talk and chill with one another. On his advice, I did that. And then I started to feel remorseful about the whole thing, because this dude is spouting a lot of right-wing bullshit. This dude is espousing a lot of, for lack of a better words, right-wing sophistry and grifty type rhetoric and language. I started to notice he behaves very similar to Vosh in Destiny. And I'm like, I don't really know about this. And then I have a conversation with a good friend of mine, Socialism for All. And he kind of steered me in the right path, because he told me it is, to his credit, he helped me come to this conclusion faster that I was coming to anyways, to where I realized I'm selling out my integrity by choosing to attach myself to the clout centipede, because I will be beholden to Haas in a sense. I can't criticize him. I can't go against his views or his positions too much, and I have to kiss up to him at all times. And this dude's this dude who everyone was saying like, oh, he's just going after BreadTube. We have someone who's going after BreadTube, even though he's exactly like BreadTube. He's just BreadTube, but dengist, basically. And well, in the end, I decide to backtrack. I issue a public apology. realizing the error of my ways. And even though this is something that should add to my credibility, because I literally sacrificed gaining thousands of subscribers to maintain my integrity, you'd think this is something that would contribute to my credibility in the long run, but no. Instead, my detractors are bringing it up as though it's a terrible thing, like, and trying to take away from my credibility. Oh, this guy almost sold out to infrared once. He's just a patsock, whatever. So, like, am I not allowed to ever make mistakes? Am I never allowed to be human? Am I never allowed to, realize I'm making a mistake and learn from it and try to reconcile the damage I've done? Am I not allowed to do that? Like, what? Am I not allowed to grow as a human being? Like, come on, man. And what else we got here? Also, I'm not a patsock. I'm obviously not a patsock. You can watch my 40-minute video where I respond to patient Xena, where I demonstrate throughout that I'm clearly not a so-called conservative communist. I've made many community posts where I acknowledge the existence of racism and social issues to varying degrees. Literally, my most recent community post, hey guys, want to see something? You guys want to see something? I want to share screen with you guys. I'm going to need a second because I've quite... Share screen, here we go. We'll do right here even. 1 second. Right here. Here we go. This is what I want to share. Check this out, guys. The workers' movement must be an intersectional one. Historically, every time the socialists have been exclusionary of these issues or tried to segregate itself by race or sex, it's always been to the detriment of the movement. I talk about how racism killed the OG American Socialist Party, segregated white unions crushed any real chance of class consciousness by supplementing the white working class with a labor aristocracy. The Black Panthers were a men's-only club, but then it started hurting their agitation and organizing so badly that they had to abandon that policy and allow for the admission of women. And I go on and on about it. Does this sound like the rhetoric of a patsock? Does this sound like the rhetoric of a Nosbol Strasserist? Like, really? And I've made other community posts similar to this in the past. Like, if you can literally dig up the posts where I'm defending trans people from, fascist rhetoric being proposed on the White House, fascist bills being proposed by the White House. Like, it's down here somewhere. I'm not going to bother searching for it. You guys can go through my community posts. You know the one where I talk about legislation that's being passed to basically ban trans people from sports. My point is I have a long history of standing up for these issues, and I've been pretty consistent about it. So the fact that I denounced Jackson Hinkle, Infrared, Caleb Maupin, and I've been very critical of them in the past, and I pretty much acknowledge them as pseudo-fascist. My point is, it should be pretty clear and obvious right now that I'm not a fucking patsock. Oh, so and people will point to it because I've loosely affiliated and commented and talked to Midwestern Marks ever so slightly. They want to use that, even though I didn't even know Midwestern Marks was into that patsock bullshit. I had no idea. I legit didn't, so I've kind of dissociated myself from that distance. Again, I understand Marxist Paul. He doesn't want any of that smoke, and neither do I. That being said, people are lying about me right now. They are spreading falsehoods. And this is what I have to say in regards to those people. My detractors, I have a quick little message for you, and it's exactly what I wrote in a comment a few hours ago. So regardless of what you think of me as a person, as an individual, you can hate me if you like. But you are doing the CIA's work by trying to cancel me, by trying to censor my work, by trying to keep me from getting the information out there that I am. Because by lying to Marxist Paul to have him take that community post down and stop him from promoting the documentary, you are inadvertently keeping hundreds, possibly thousands of people from being educated and having their eyes opened. Because since I have released that documentary, I have had dozens of people. I've not only tons of comments, telling me how good it is, telling me, how it's like changed their perception, how much they've longed for a work like this. I've had people come to me in private. I've had Chemical Mind come to me in private and tell me how I've completely changed his perception on the DPRK. That's the kind of good that's getting done by this thing getting out there. And in this way, in your way of basically trying to talk other big YouTubers out of promoting this, and by trying to taint my brand with some stupid bullshit, relevant bullshit from what I did years ago, which I have thoroughly reconciled and resolved by this point. I mean, really, you're just wrecking. Like, there's not really much else to say about it. Like, even if you don't like me personally, like, you can't deny the extensive work that I did. You can't deny, like, the information I present and the arguments I made, regardless about how you feel about me personally. You can not like me all you want. I mean, it's sort of like the dilemma with Bad Empanada. Everyone calls him fucking insane, and he is very inflammatory, and he is really fucking cancerous in that regard, and he's really, really bad faith when he talks to other like when he's addressing other figures online. I do not like his style of discourse with his audience or with other people. I get why he does it. I just don't think it's the right approach. But my point is that the substance is there, the information is solid, and you are hurting the movement by trying to cancel me and keep this information from getting out there. Let's say the person who invents the cure for AIDS is, I don't know, an alcoholic and a serial killer. I mean, what are you? But he invents the cure for AIDS. Are you really going to, try to take that away from him, even though he's mentally deranged? That's what I'm trying to say. But the thing is that it's sort of an instinctive thing for people that when you attack their character and you try to invalidate or attack the character of someone and tear down their image, it's a very easy, quick way to invalidate all of the things that they have to say and undermine their credibility. I mean, I think, who was it? The treatise of philosophy. It's like ethos is the most important thing, the credibility of the individual and the people being referenced. But yeah, that's my point. I'm just sort of rambling right now. I highly recommend that if you really care about this movement, you stop trying to undermine my channel, because all you're doing is hurting us. By trying to hurt me, you're hurting all of us in the grand scheme of things, because this is critical information that needs to get to people, that could drastically change the way people look at the world, that you're literally preventing from getting out there. You know what I'm saying? Because this video could lead somebody, and I'm sure it has led someone on a rabbit hole trip that could totally revolutionize the way they do their theory and practice, the way they interact with the world. It could literally inspire people to go out there and do lots and lots of good. And that is exactly what I am trying to do with my YouTube channel, is to try and help people understand the truth and help people get inspired to do lots and lots of good, to understand and get out there and do the right thing, And no, it's just very, very disappointing how deep within the tribalism and toxicity that people get caught within. And it's a damn shame, because the people you should be trying to tear down are the Ben Shapiros and the Matt Walshes of the world, not other people, not other socialists like me, I rest my case. I don't really have anything else left to say. That is the extent to which I wanted to speak. So you all have a lovely night. Like I said, I'm going to be doing live streams yet again very soon. You are going to be seeing a great deal more content out of this channel, but in the form of quality rather than quantity. So expect at least 1 to 2 uploaded videos per month. I am going to be spending extensive time researching Gaddafi's Libya until further notice, as to get that, script written up, edited, and put on the internet. Next up will be the Black Panthers. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about a certain communist, the most important communist you have never heard of. Watch this. So, this guy, one second. This guy. So, Harry Haywood. Check this out. See this? See what you got here? This man, this guy, is the most important communist you have never heard of. And I plan on talking about him in video and his autobiography because he has a very fascinating story. This is a man who fought in World War I. This is a man who witnessed the worst of America's racism firsthand. And he is a pioneer of sorts, very progressive, very revolutionary individual. And I believe his story deserves to be told. I have that planned and a great deal more planned, along with more live streams. As for my haters, keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, if billionaires can't stop me from doing what I'm doing, neither are you. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Keep hating and keep commenting because honestly, all it's doing is increasing engagement in my videos. So it is what it is, man. But that is about all I have to say. The last thing I want to show you guys in terms of updates is this. See what those are? You see what those are, guys? What are those? Oh, fuck, I just doxed my girlfriend. I got a little, I went to the amusement park and I got a caricature done of me and my girlfriend. It's over there on the wall, all with my little teddy bears and the Tudor Pai Mei, the Terminator, the one Funko Pop I have. And yeah, I got flags. You know, you guys know what those flags are. That's what I'm talking about. I have them draped all over my room. Anyways, that is about all I have to say. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. Rate, comment, subscribe, leave comments. You guys know the drill. Red salute.